Ukraine's now focusing its counteroffensive on 3 fronts in western Zaporizhia and around Bakhmut, with most, if not all, of its 12 brigades now in the fight. The Russian defences, the minefields in particular, have proven very hard to breach.
There are no Russian soldiers there that want to be there.
Retired Lieutenant General Ben Hodges commanded US troops in Europe for 3 years before retiring in 2018. He says the Ukrainians desperately need more mine clearance equipment.
For sure, they need the equipment that we would use for getting through minefields. I mean, there's a variety of different things that can be used to help clear a path through minefields, and we have not provided much of that to them at all. At the same time, the requirement for long-range precision strike is still very significant. If you have long-range precision weapons, you hit headquarters, logistics, artillery. These are the things that will significantly enhance Ukraine's ability to get through these minefields.
This week, the US announced a further $600 million worth of military aid to Kyiv, including additional mine clearance equipment. Also on the way are more HIMARS long-range rocket systems and artillery ammunition. Away from frontline battles, where does the general think Ukraine will focus its attention in the coming months?
We're going to see increasing amounts of drone strikes at targets inside of Russia. And most importantly, in my humble opinion, the continued strikes on targets inside Crimea, making Crimea untenable for Russian forces. I mean, if you've got precision strike hitting inside Sevastopol every day, the Black Sea Fleet can't sit there. Same thing for the other Russian bases in Crimea. So I think they're going to keep up that pressure.
Ukraine claims its troops have retaken around 50 square kilometres during this counteroffensive, and there's frustration in Kyiv toward any criticism it's been too slow. At the moment, Ukrainian forces have the initiative, but can they sustain it?
I feel very confident that Ukraine will retain the initiative. Russia has no real options or possibilities of changing that. You keep hearing reports, we've been hearing it for a year, that Russia's about to mobilize another 100,000 people or whatever. Maybe they will, but these are not going to be well-trained, they're not going to be modern or well-equipped. It's going to be more bodies that the Russians will continue to push into the meat grinder in different places. So you can't discount it, but I don't see it as being something that can change the momentum. The Ukrainian General Staff has been so professional. They'll obviously be anticipating these kinds of things. But my sense is that for the Ukrainians, every time they launch a long-range cruise missile or, a drone at Russia or somewhere, they learn from it. And it just feels like their own homegrown technology continues to get better. I do hope that my president will eventually say, you know what, it's in our interest that Ukraine wins. Let's quit goofing around and give them what they need to win.
For its part, Russia is continuing to launch long-range drone and missile strikes on Ukraine, but many of these are intercepted by Western-supplied air defence systems. Moscow is reportedly struggling to source the electronic parts it needs and can only produce a few dozen missiles a month. Tyres for military vehicles are also in desperately short supply. General Hodges believes Ukraine can keep up the pressure, but only if the West steps up supplies of ammunition and equipment. Simon Newton, Forces News. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.